It's Peaches here, and this is Peaches Pit Party, the podcast. A lot of puh sounds with that title. A replay of today's full show, which you can hear weekday afternoons live on K-Barrel 101. I hope you like what I have to say, and if not, well, then I'm sorry, not sorry. Enjoy. Opening up Peaches Pit Party right there with Wind Waker Get Out, a brand new release. Well, not necessarily brand new. Came out on Friday. Happy Monday. It is June 10th. 2024. I will not be here tomorrow. I have been talking about going to the show now for a little while. I'll be headed down to Salt Lake City for From Ashes to New with Point North and a couple of other artists on that lineup at the Depot. So tomorrow there will be best ofs in play. I'll be here in the morning for a little bit, but then I'll be headed up on out of here at around like 11:30, taking that 3-hour adventure down, and just wanted to give you that heads up now. And also, I'll be taking Wednesday off since I'll be driving back to Idaho Falls the night of the show. I won't be necessarily getting back to like 3 a.m., so you do not want to hear me on barely any sleep. People accuse me of being quote-unquote grumpy now. If that ever happens, it would get 10 times worse. We are currently giving away tickets for Ghost's debut feature film right here, right now. Both screenings are June 20th and June 22nd. At the Regal Edwards Grand Teton Theater in Idaho Falls. If you want to try to win tickets to either one of these two showings, all you have to do is go on to the K-Barrel 101 app right now and fill out the form, and that is it. We'll call you if you win. You can reach me at 208-535-1015. Got some Green Day, Jairus Johnson, and more to continue our afternoon here together on K-Barrel 101. It is Peaches Pit Party on K-Barrel 101, Idaho's only rock station. I saw this article pop up over the weekend, and I don't necessarily know if it's 100% true. The headline, apparently the new UTAH NHL franchise is asking players their Snapchat scores and Uber ratings at the draft combine. I think Utah is only getting specifically called out on this one because it's Utah. I believe there are other owners out there in the NHL, other coaches that are asking for the same thing. This is from Barstool Sports, and they're just calling out Utah. So I'm finding it funny, though, that, like, what if you have a super high Uber rating compared to somebody else who has more talent? Are they really going to go for that player over the guy who has more talent? That'd be super downright silly, right? Wouldn't it? Or, like, what if their Snapchat score was over 1 million? Ooh, who cares? I mean, it just means they send photos to people. They talk with a lot of people. Doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad person. I don't think Aaron Hernandez, he was before Snapchat, I think. Rob Gronkowski, biggest partier out there in the NFL. He probably has a high Snapchat score, probably an awful Uber rating. I don't know. He's just known as the big party guy. But yet he's also known as one of the best tight ends ever. It might be different in hockey compared to football. I mean, I don't think they would put this rule into drafting potential football players. Otherwise, half the players would be gone on day one. K-Barrel 101, I'm now planning my questions ahead of time for To Peach Their Own, which happens weekday afternoons during the 4 p.m. hour there. I saw this one pop up this morning, and I was like, I would not dare ask this question on the air. There would be some horrible things said. This question basically asks, or just simply asks, what is the worst thing you have ever done? Do you really think people are going to call in and admit to crimes on the air? There might be some. We would have to have Lieutenant Crane on standby for that question. Oh, geez, I'm reading some of the answers on this Reddit thread. It is terrible. Burned down an abandoned factory. I stole my uncle's wig so I could play Moses at my school play. That one's not too bad. Accidentally stepped on my cat's paw with heavy boots. She was limping for a week. Okay, that's just downright terrible. I'm not going to continue this. Let's just move on here. Peaches Pit Party on K-Barrel 101, Idaho's only rock station. I made that point last week about ending Wheel of Fortune. Pat Sajak is completely done with the show. More than 4 decades of hosting Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I'm sure he saved up enough money for retirement, but I forgot completely that Ryan Seacrest is replacing him as the host, which I don't necessarily find all that bad. I thought they would have chosen somebody like Jane Lynch, who's already hosting other game shows. You have Travis Kelce hosting Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, which is funny because most football players are, in fact, not smarter than a fifth grader. I think Ryan Seacrest is a perfect game show host. Perfect. I love Steve Harvey on Family Feud. I think Ryan Seacrest will fit in just fine and continue that game. For once, I'm being positive, okay? All right, there we go. Ryan Seacrest, he has my approval, like he needed it for whatever reason. This right here is your Shot Clock Sports Update. You know, I should have saved the Utah Snapchat score Uber ratings thing for this, but I did find something else just as silly. The St. Louis Cardinals, they're having this mystery jersey giveaway, and it's really dumb. Yeah, rather than simply organizing the jerseys and allowing Cardinals fans to pick out a size of their choice, St. Louis ownership is removing that idea entirely. Rather, fans will be stuck with whichever size they pick. For example, a small child may get a double XL. A person as big as me may get a small. It's a mystery, and that's their giveaway. It's kind of like radio management in most places. Just terrible decision-making TDM. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. K-Bear 101, you always see this type of phrase being used nowadays. They have broken their silence. Patrick Carney of the Black Keys has broken his silence on canceling the arena tour due to soft ticket sales, and they also axed their management. Yeah, that's right. Carney posted his first tweet in 10 months early this morning and wrote, "We got screwed. I'll let you all know how so it doesn't happen to you. Stay tuned." Carney didn't write anything else, so it's not clear who he thinks screwed the band. The Keys scrapped their arena tour late last month. Said that this article's poorly written. They are rebooking the tour in more intimate venues. And last week, the duo split from their management team with a spokesperson claiming it was an amicable party. So there you go. I mean, it was very weird to see the Black Keys cancel their entire tour because they didn't put any social media post out there or anything. It was just silently canceled. And people got emails who bought tickets saying, hey, you can get your refund here and blah, blah, blah. I mean, arena tours aren't necessarily the best anyway. The only people who are doing them are Blink-182, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Taylor Swift. And I was talking about it with a couple of friends, the Red Hot Chili Peppers show that just happened at the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater last week on June 5th. Tickets for that, for the pit, were $950. Not to mention the merch, the shirts, $50, hoodies, $95. It's a complete ripoff. From ashes to new on K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. Over the weekend, I went to my buddy Bryce's place. Him and Taylor cooked up a great dinner. I posted about it on my Facebook page. And Bryce's son, Hayden, loves Nerf guns, as any 11-year-old boy would, right? And I love Nerf guns myself. They're rather cool now. A lot different compared to back when I was a kid, about like 10 years ago. The future of Nerf blaster bullets is here. The company has revealed their new N1 dart. So officials at Nerf said they built 1,000 different darts to get the range, accuracy, and safety they wanted. The good news is that this new dart system allows users to reload on the fly. The bad news, well, each dart costs about 25 cents. So the rich kids will be having mega fun and possibly get hurt, while us normies, us peasants, us normal users won't be able to purchase the cheap knockoffs either, as the N1s have a patented nub that pushes a safety mechanism out of the way. It's either the official dart or nothing for this new system. K-Bear 101, since everybody is excited about the new Salt Lake City, Utah NHL franchise, which used to be the Arizona Coyotes, they're now down to 6 possible names determined by fan votes. The Utah Blizzard, not necessarily a fan of that. Really not a fan of Utah Hockey Club, which I feel like that would be the name that Jade would choose if he was in charge of anything related to the sports. Utah Mammoth, Utah Outlaws, Utah Venom, and Utah Yeti. Those names are on to the next round of fan voting, which runs through June 20th. Utah's team will wear jerseys in their first season with Utah on the front, with the upcoming team name appearing on jerseys for the 2025-2026 season. I feel like I'd be more so a fan of Utah Yeti. I like that one a lot. Utah Venom sounds cheesy. Utah Outlaws, I mean, if it was the Wild West, Sure. Like if it was California Outlaws, sure. But Utah Outlaws sounds like an oxymoron. Idaho's only rock station, K-Bear 101. I completely forgot. Yesterday was June 9th. I was just not even paying attention to the date. And every 9th of every month, Ice 9 Kills releases a new merch line. And I really, really like this one they just released yesterday. It is Super Mario Bros. Themed with a bunch of horror elements. And there's a shirt on there that shows Mario with a chainsaw. Everyone else is cowering and has Ice 9 Kills behind it. I love it. I wanted to buy one of those shirts so bad. But, of course, this is one of the many weekends where I could not spend a dime that's unnecessary. I just have to keep waiting till next paycheck, and then, I spend money on bills and repeat the cycle. That's how it is. Living off of a little to nothing. We're not going to take it from Twisted Sister. We're not going to take this tipping culture, this extreme tipping culture. You like that segue? I was just reading here about this company called Toast. They're a restaurant software company, and they found out where the most generous tippers in the country are. They're in Delaware, surprisingly. Of course, it helps that Delaware has no state or local sales tax. Close behind are New Hampshire, West Virginia, Indiana as well. The least generous tippers are found in the most populous state, California, which, to defend California, most of those places, no matter where you go, they're asking for a tip. You have to pay for everything. And I mean literally everything. I was stunned when I went to a show in Boise at the Ford Idaho Center Amphitheater, whatever it's called. And I was expecting to pay to park. No, you just park your car. I went to go see Metallica at the Rose Bowl back in 2017. They wanted $40 for regular parking. VIP parking was $80. $80 to park your dang car. Isn't that crazy? It's downright nuts. And you don't have to pay to park to simply go to shows. No, you have to pay to park to go shopping in Los Angeles. And most of those places use that iPad system where they spin it around and say, oh, it'll ask you a couple of questions, and those pre-designated percentages are right there on the screen. But it's not 15, 20, 25. It's more so like 25, 35, 40, that sort of thing. It's awful. That's why so many people, that's one of the many reasons why so many people have left California. Idaho's only rock station, K-Bear 101. Earlier on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, powered by Jalisco, as I talked about In-N-Out potentially coming to Twin Falls, Idaho. And there has been a lot of talk as of late on how ridiculous McDonald's has gotten. Well, people are still, in fact, going there. Me and Victor have this argument all the time about how Howard Stern sucks now, but yet there are still a ton of people who listen to him. Ton. And that's why he's getting paid $100 million a year still. And he, for some reason, will not retire. But this Technomic research firm Technomic has released its annual Top 500 report listing the top restaurant chains in America according to the previous year's sales. McDonald's still number one by a lot. Maybe it's because, well, they haven't sold as much, but they're at higher prices, like way higher prices. Wasn't there like 100% increase or something like that? Because I know the Big Mac was getting talked about a lot online, saying the Big Mac meal is now $18, and the CEO's like, well, it's not that expensive. But it's near close. It's darn near close. McDonald's followed by Starbucks and Chick-fil-A. I'm not going to be a person that says Chick-fil-A is overrated. You know, like what people say when I mention In-N-Out. In-N-Out's so overrated. I want a better burger. Blah, blah, blah. You know? Then you also get those people that will say, they're kind of like the Hydro homies. I only drink water, no soda. Now you're getting these people that say, no fast food, only homemade dinner. Good job. I wish I was more like that, to be honest. Now, this is today's What the Headline story. A Tennessee man is under arrest after he got drunk, assaulted deputies, and then told them, hey, I'm Garth Brooks. Yeah, sheriff's deputies responded to a call about an intoxicated man screaming for help outside a Hobby Lobby store. But when they arrived, he was already gone. But employees at a nearby Lowe's said he was inside their store's restroom just screaming. Deputies found him there, noticed he was unsteady on his feet, and smelled of alcohol. As they led him out of the store, he continued to yell and scream profanities and tried to get away from them. He told them his name was, in fact, Garth Brooks. But deputies used facial recognition software to confirm that he was not, in fact, Garth Brooks and was actually a 47-year-old man named Truman Wayne Chapman. That's a name right there. Truman Wayne Chapman. That sounds like a villain out of an 1800s spaghetti western. Truman Wayne Chapman, I tell you, the best cowboy around. He has several outstanding warrants, so he's an outlaw for sure. He was arrested in order to stay away from Hobby Lobby. Man, can you imagine being banned from Hobby Lobby? Garth Brooks, man. He's allowed to go into Hobby Lobby. Truman Wayne Chapman? Nope. Banned for life. K-Bear 101, it is Peach's Pit Party. Are you ready for the it meal of the summer? I didn't see this on social media at all, so I'm calling cap. This new social media trend sounds like something from the 60s or 70s, but apparently what's trending is a dry martini, a Caesar salad, and fries. Just, you got to search for Caesar salad and fries on TikTok, and you will see post after post of people, mostly young women, singing the praises of this elite meal. And if a dry martini isn't for you, it says here a Diet Coke is the preferred sub or a regular Coke. Okay, I'll go for the regular Coke. Diet Coke is such a joke to me. And I, for one, I'm not allergic to, what's that sugar, the artificial sweetener thing in there. It hurts me for some reason. I don't know why. Like, it'd be much better for me to have a regular Coke than a Diet Coke, but I always make that joke about, you know, I got a burger and fries with a Diet Coke because I'm cutting back. Like those type of people. That was the it thing for a while, was to say, oh, you know, I'm cutting back on calories, so I'm going to have a bucket of Diet Coke with my giant burger and fries. But I did find this tweet funny saying, you're not sad, you just need a Caesar salad, side of fries, and a dry martini. And someone replied saying, new Live, Laugh, Love just dropped. K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. It is time for To Peach Their Own. I saw this question actually in the radio prep, and the radio prep was useful for once. What's something you wish you enjoyed, but just can't get into? For me, it's reading. I will sit there, read a chapter or two, and then be bored, or my mind will race to other things I need to get done, like clean, or things for work maybe, like prep for an interview, things like that. And then I'll put the book down and start working on that. I can't sit there and read long Stephen King books like Victor, or, you know, be heavily into them like him. Just looking at some of the Facebook comments here. Fishing from Brooke. She says, some people find it relaxing, but I find it tedious and boring. RJ with Bloody Marys. Isn't that just like a ketchup-based drink? It wouldn't be my first choice either if I was a drinker. Cooking from David. Now, cooking takes a little bit, but the end result is amazing. It's like doing a deep clean. When you look at your place afterwards, you're like, man, I did that. Now my place is organized. My mind is clear. What's something you wish you enjoyed, but you just can't get into? 208-535-1015. That is today's To Peach Their Own question. Call in right now to the show. Hey, K-Bear, how's it going?
Good. How are you, man?
Doing fantastic. What's something you wish you enjoyed, but just cannot get into?
The exact same thing as you.
Reading?
Yeah. Yep. And I'm the exact same way. I get a paragraph or two in, and my mind gets raced about other stuff. And what did I just read?
Exactly.
So
yeah.
I'll go back over and read the paragraph or two again, and maybe get a page or two ahead, and then I can't read. I can't.
Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.